90% of business owners don't know where their funnel is leaking, and that costs them time, money, and of course, growth. Today, I'm going to show you the 2 charts I use to instantly spot funnel leaks, and these are the exact same tools that I use in my own client accounts, and once you see them in action, you won't look at your funnel the same way again. So let's dive right into this. But before we go ahead and recreate the dashboard, I want to briefly state the problem that I have observed. Most business owners are focused on 2 metrics, traffic and revenue, right? And I get it. These 2 metrics are the first and the last stage of your funnel. And this is because those are easy to see and feel good to report on. But in reality, money is often lost in between those stages, within the funnel. This is exactly where opportunity lives. Every stage of the funnel leaks users. That's the truth. But if you're not measuring each stage, you don't know where or why. Just as small wins compound over time, so do leaks. A few percentage points at each stage can snowball into massive lost revenue. Without tracking, you're just guessing, and that's exactly what we are about to fix in this video. So the first chart I use is a funnel chart that shows the percentage of users who complete each stage. So let's go ahead and recreate this for ourselves. So we are here at the Looker Studio again, and as you can see, I have created a blank dashboard. The only thing that I have done here prior to this video is that I have imported my client's GA4 property. So the first thing that we're going to do is go to just next to the Add a Chart button, and under Community Visualizations, we're going to click Metric Funnel. Okay, and this is just a simple funnel. What we have to do now is, right next to the setup, we are going to import every step of our funnel. So as we know, each funnel starts with a session. Now, in this specific example, we have an e-commerce account, so the steps are basically predefined. Item view event, add to cart event, checkout event, and at the bottom end, e-commerce purchases. There we go. We are monitoring the last week, so the numbers that we see here are reflecting exactly that. All right, this way you can see the journey clearly, from landing page visit to adding to cart to checkout to purchase. At each stage, you will see what percentage of users drop off. What's powerful with this is how visual it is. At a glance, you know exactly where the biggest drop-offs happen, and that's where you should start optimizing. Over time, your end goal is to improve each stage incrementally. Even a 5% bump in one stage can make a huge difference to our bottom line. So let's say that, for example, we have been A/B testing how our products are being displayed in our homepage. And by this A/B test, we boost the item view event at this stage by only 5%. Let's see what this could lead us into. So we have the exact same sessions, but only this time we are boosting the percentage from 82 to 87. Again, everything else remains the exact same. This could easily result in 3 more purchases at the lower end. And the only thing we did is that we added a 5% increase at the upper funnel. And also don't forget that these are results that will be compounding over time. So these 3 more purchases will be bringing 3 more again and again and again and again, only by doing one simple change at the upper funnel. Additionally, if you're working with bigger teams, this chart is extremely helpful. Everyone can spot problem areas and work to solve them without shifting through spreadsheets. Now, business owners that have worked with me found this super helpful, and this thing enabled them to run their business more predictably. You can find out more info through the link in the description. Now, the second chart aims to complement the first, and it's essentially a table chart that tracks the spill rate or else drop-off rate at each stage, broken down by year and month. So let's go ahead and build this as well. We are again at the Looker Studio, and what we will do now is we're going to add a table. There we go. The only difference is that we will not add the steps of the funnel as we did before, but we are going to add a few simple calculations. But before that, let's go ahead and add the year week. Good, there we go. To make this even more valuable, we are going to change the date to show the year to date. So it shows us the weeks from the beginning of this year up until to this date. Now we're going to add our columns, and to begin with, let's go ahead and start with sessions again. Now, under the option of adding a calculated field, this is where we need to add our calculation. Let's go ahead and type in item view rate. So what this does is essentially it shows us how many people go from the last stage to the next. And we do that by dividing the item view events, which is the event that we are examining, to the total sessions. Don't type the entire word sessions because it won't show you the metric. Just type in session and go to the drop down. And that's what it is. Essentially, you see the view item rate and how it fluctuates among the weeks. Now, what I'm going to do is type in the rest of the funnel stages as rates, and we'll move on from there. Okay, there you go. Where the funnel chart gives you a snapshot, this table shows you the trend over time. You can see how changes, campaigns, or seasonality affect your funnel performance month to month. This table becomes especially valuable after you implement changes. You can see if improvements actually stick or if they fade over time. And it also keeps you honest. Just because your sales went up this month, it doesn't mean that the funnel has improved overall. This table shows you whether your funnel efficiency is actually getting better. Okay, now that you have these two charts, how can you actually benefit from them? After an A/B test, it's easy to celebrate a win too early. You might see revenue rise, but was it because of the test, or would it happen either way? These dashboards help you answer this exact question. They reveal if a test improved one stage but hurt another, which would be invisible if you only look at the revenue. You'll know if your test delivered true improvement or if it simply moved the problem elsewhere. Without this follow-up, you risk making changes based on incomplete data. One of the most powerful moments comes when you spot anomalies. When you see an anomaly, start thinking, was there any external factors that could have caused this one? In this client account, for example, we noticed that in week 7 over here, we had a sudden drop at the purchase rate, and of course at the rest of the stages of the funnel as well. And it turned out to be a tech issue. And as you can see, it took us from week 7 to week 11 to fix the issue and start running campaigns again. Among other indicators, this table was what helped us catch the problem early, pause any paid campaigns, and focus on solving the issue. Otherwise, it might have taken us days or even weeks before we noticed it. And that could have led us not only in lost advertising spend, but also in lost revenue. Next, after you have seen any anomalies, check if it correlates with a test, a new campaign, or any external event. This thought process, investigate, correlate, conclude, turns you from reactive to proactive. And as you can see, you don't need an expensive setup to do this. As you have seen here, we did that all in Looker Studio. And all that just by connecting a GA4 property. Start by defining the stages of your funnel. Then build the funnel chart to show completion percentage per stage, and next, build the spill rate table to start tracking the percentages by month. I would recommend you to commit to reviewing these charts regularly, especially after A/B tests or major changes. These two charts have completely changed how I work with my clients, and they will change how you see your own business as well. Funnel completion percentage shows you where you're leaking today. The spill rate table shows you if your fixes hold up over time. And the two of those combined together, they will let you make smarter, faster, and more confident decisions. Now, if you want help setting up dashboards like this that will give you clarity, check out my program where I help business owners scale faster and smarter through paid ads and data. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.